Hello there and welcome to Simplified Guitar. My name is Jonathan Rayo, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to play the song I Stand Amazed by Chris Tomlin. This song was recommended by Patron Jacob. Thank you, Jacob, for your song suggestion. Now what I'm going to do is play through the song for you first, and then afterwards I'll break it down and explain all the pieces, so make sure to stick around for that. For now, let's go ahead and play through the song. I stand amazed in the presence of Jesus the Nazarene, and wonder how he could love me, a sinner condemned, unclean. How marvelous, how wonderful, and my song shall ever be. How marvelous, how wonderful is my Savior's love for me. He took my sins and my sorrows. He made them his very own. He bore the burden to Calvary and suffered and died alone. How marvelous, how wonderful, and my song shall ever be. How marvelous, how wonderful is my Savior's love for me. With the ransomed in glory, his face I at last shall see. 'Twill be my joy through the ages to sing of his love for me, singing how marvelous, how wonderful, my song shall ever be. How marvelous, how wonderful is my Savior's love for me. All right, now before I break down this song, if you would like to check out the chord chart for this song, you can click right up there to head over to my Patreon page. Now, for this song, we're going to be using the C chord family, but I'm playing with my capo on the 2nd fret, so I'm actually in the key of D. Now, you might ask, well, why aren't you just playing with the D chord family? Well, because the C chord family, first of all, is easier to play. We don't have any bar chords in the C chord family, so I can get away without you barring anything. But also, I'm using my capo because I'm trying to adjust the pitch to fit my voice better. So if I play in the C chord family without my capo, I can do that, but it's going to be just a little bit too low for me, especially in the verses. So I add that capo there to bring the pitch up a couple of steps, and that just helps with my singing for this song. So it's up to you if you want to play with the capo or not. You can always move that capo around and play with the same chord family to change the pitch to try to fit your voice a little bit better. Now, we're going to be using the C chord. We have a G chord. We have an F over C chord, which is a nice F alternative in the C chord family. It allows us to play an F without barring anything, so it's a nice alternative there. We also have a D minor chord, and we have an A minor chord. Did I say that? And we're going to do also a G over B, and it's just going to be a walk. We're only going to play it for 2 beats, and it's going from that C to the A minor. We're going to walk from C to the C over B, which is really just 2 fingers, okay? So from that C, I'm going to keep my first finger down. I'm going to remove my 3rd finger, and I'm going to take my 2nd finger and move it up 1 string to the 2nd fret of the A string. That creates that B note. And then from there, I'm going to go to the A minor, okay? So what I really want to hear is that walk from C to B to A, okay? So that little walk happens in the chorus. And that's pretty much it. And then for the strumming, we're going to be using the driving pattern, which is a 4-beat strum pattern. We have 4 down strums, and then an up strum after beat 4, and the pattern repeats. We also want to put our emphasis on 1 and 3, so that's every other beat. We want to strum harder, okay? So that's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. This is a very popular strum pattern. I use it for a lot of songs, so it's a great one to learn. Okay, so, and that's pretty much it for this song. You know, we have the C at the beginning, and then a G, F, C. Now, something I want to mention when we're playing that G, a lot of people learn the G with the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd finger, or 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, where your 1st is up here, 1st, 2nd finger up here on the A and D string, A and low E string. And I do play this G as well, but I play this G in the G chord family. When I'm playing a song in the C chord family, I use this G, which is, in fact, I'm pressing on the same strings, but I'm using my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger. And you might ask, why do you learn the same chord 2 different ways? Isn't that redundant? The reason I do this is for ease of transitions, okay? So coming from the C chord to go to this G, I'm going to remove my 1st finger and just take my 2nd, 3rd finger and move them up a string each. They're already in the position of a G, okay? So there's no point in shifting my whole hand position around to go to a G and then come back to a C and then go over here to an A minor. It just makes the transition so much more difficult. And at first it might seem like a little bit of trouble to learn a different way to play a G. And it may be at first, but it's going to help you so much in the long run because transitions are a big area, even for more advanced players. The faster, the less movement you can have in your hands, the faster you can play the songs, okay, no matter how good you are. So you're always trying to find ways to make your hand movements as little as possible, as small as possible. So that's what this G is for, okay? Even though we might know how to play that same G in a different position, for the key of C, or the C chord family, it's better to play your G like this, okay? It'll make your life a lot easier in this family. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. The song is fairly simple. There's nothing complicated here. It's a beginner level song using that driving pattern. We're using just the chords from the C chord family. So everything is pretty straightforward in here. But if you do have any questions, if you are struggling with anything, you can post any questions you have in the comments below this post on my Patreon page, and I answer all my patrons' questions. So again, you can click right up there to head over to my Patreon page where you can check that out. All right, and I look forward to seeing you in the next song tutorial. Take care.